afternoon, everyone. You're riding with Relyks. Yep, again. Well, hopefully again. Hopefully you've watched other videos. If not, you should probably go back to the beginning. Although, I will admit the beginning was not as interesting as later. It was kind of just background story on my life, my existence. So maybe watch a little later episodes. I mean, I don't know, click through and see which ones have the most comments, or the comments that you think are the most interesting, and watch those. Watch all of them, I would say. But thanks for tuning in. If you're watching, that means you've tuned in. So anyway, today is a blank day. Fill in the blank. The way that you fill in the blank, well, it doesn't necessarily determine the way the day is, or is going to be, but it determines what kind of response you'll have to the day. Today is a great day. Today is a good day. Today is an okay day. Today is a crappy day. Today is a terrible day. The way that you fill in that blank will set the tone for the day. The earlier you respond to that day, to that blank, I mean, the earlier you can put yourself in a mindset to make it through the day. So, for me, today's a good day. Yesterday I was saying that I didn't have time in the morning to do my me time before my son woke up. He woke up and spent time with him, which again is great, but I wanted some me time yesterday, and I didn't really get that in the morning. So this morning I woke up, made a point to be as quiet as I could, I guess, although that doesn't always determine him waking up, but still, I did my normal thing. You know, I woke up, I took a shower, and then he hadn't woken up yet, so I went out into the living room and was like, hey, I'm gonna get some me time in. What does that look like? Well, this morning it looked like me playing a new game that I got for Black Friday, which was Soul Calibur 5. It's not new. It's an old game. I played it again today, this morning, but it wasn't quite what I remember it being. And unfortunately, it didn't quite satisfy the game time I was looking for. So instead, I did a fallback on Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi, which I enjoy. It is repetitive gameplay, but I enjoy it. The story is cool because it just brings me back to Dragon Ball Z and following that along. But I guess because of yesterday and not having me time, I got a little carried away, and I did a little too much this morning. So that I'm actually late to work right now, which is unfortunate. I don't like being that kind of person. I don't like being late. I like being on time. I don't really like necessarily being, I mean, if I'm early, that's cool too, but I'm like an on-time person. Like, I'll tell someone a time that I'll be there, and I like to be there at that time. There's some people, like, you know, a motto that I heard in college that my band instructor used to always say is to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. To be late is unacceptable. And, well, I didn't quite take that to heart, but I do remember it. And I know it's from something else, or I believe. But point is, this morning, I made things happen so that I'm late. It's garbage and recycling day, and I totally spaced it until my reminder went off on my phone, and at that point I was in the middle of making breakfast for myself and my son, who had woken up by that point. But I was making breakfast, and that took a little longer than expected. He wanted sausages, so they took a little bit more time to brown and serve, as the package is called. But man, it just caused me, everything got pushed, so then I warmed up my car a little bit, and then I got the garbage and recycling out, and I finished eating breakfast before all that, and by the time everything all of a sudden done, also I needed to get lunch together, which I had forgotten to bring yesterday, the lunch that I had just got, bought this past weekend. Totally forgot I got it, because it was something that I haven't had in a while. Which is just, you're probably like, what is it? Tell me. Of course, all of you are so curious. Yogurt, pineapple, and honey. Yeah, that'll be my lunch today. Try to eat pretty healthy during the day. I eat like protein bars and oatmeal, stuff like that. But normally I have breakfast at work, but this time I wanted breakfast at home. I wanted eggs. I wanted to cook eggs, have it on a toasty bagel. And the way that I like my eggs is with, I like them over hard. And this is not like an every day or all the time thing, but when I do have them, either I like them scrambled and in a wrap or something, whatever. Or what I really like is over hard with light salt, quite a bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of cayenne powder. I basically sear it on one side, then I flip it over and put hot sauce on it, and then sear that again or whatever. I know I say sear, that's not probably the right term to use with eggs, but I don't care. And then I'll put cheese on it to melt the cheese. And the cheese kind of evens out the hot sauce, red hots. And then I have it on a toasted bagel, which at this point is small mini bagel, not mini, but smaller bagels, the kind that are in a little bag. I don't know what brand they are, but they're onion bagels, and they're pretty good. They help to round out the whole flavor. So that's what I like to have when I do have eggs and make them myself. That's what I like to have. Otherwise, scrambled eggs is always good, in a wrap with some chopped up sausage or something. But yeah, so that's what I had this morning. It was delicious, but unfortunately, I paid the price. I'm late for work. I did get garbage and recycling out, but I'm late for work. And I played video games this morning, and I'm late for work. So, things in life are all trade-offs. I was watching this show, I don't know if it's new, but there's a show on Netflix called Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters. And the main character, the leader, Stretch, he's the blue guy. The first episode is basically explaining his background, who he is, what he is, what kind of personality he has, and all that stuff. And basically, his dad put him in a regiment to never waste a moment. Basically, like every moment is filled with something to optimize his time and his energy and his effort to put in. He wakes up at a specific time, he does a specific thing, and so it's interesting because then he becomes a superhero and he ends up like lying and basically, he basically has to do double work. He's still got to do the stuff he needs to do, and then he's also saving lives all the time. It's like, how does he find time for that? Well, it's a TV show, so it doesn't really matter. It's just like PJ Masks, where they go to school during the day, they fight crime at night. So when do they sleep, and why are they not in a sleep-deprived, psychotic state all the time. And so there's lots of questions about PJ Masks, but the point is, like, you know, the thing is to optimize for Stretch. Armstrong was to optimize his time, make every moment count, always be doing something productive, and it's like, man, yeah, that sounds great. Like, yeah, I'd love to be productive all the time. I'd love to get stuff done around the house. I'd love to get stuff done for my personal list of things that's gotten larger, and a lot have been unfinished, which is fine. That's how life goes. But there's sometimes when I just want to play video games, and it's like I sometimes feel guilty for sitting around and watching something, or sitting around and playing a video game, because it's like I'm not optimizing my time. I don't know. Everything is a trade-off. You either get stuff done or you don't get stuff done. You either do what you want or you do what you need to, or have to, obligated to. Obviously, you should do things to survive. You should make sure that you are working to pay bills or whatever you may need to at your age. Doing your homework if you're younger. I don't know. You need to do what you need to do. You know, do what you need to do, and then I don't know, figure out what else you want to do. If you want to be productive, if you want to accomplish something on your list, then do it. If what's on your list is to play video games, then I guess do that. But everything's a trade-off. Time doesn't stand still. Time continues to move forward, and it disappears. One moment it's here, one moment it's gone. So anyway, let me guys know in the comments what kind of things that you know, trade off. What your free time looks like. What do you do when you don't need to do anything, or what are things that you've wanted to do that are on your list and you feel like you haven't done them yet? I don't know. Just comment something. I like hearing from you guys. Otherwise, I am late to work. I'll have to make up the time. That's the good thing about my job, is that I can make up the time. Pretty easy going. You know, half hour late to work, I just stay late half hour, or I work through my half hour lunch, or something like that. But still, it doesn't make me feel good, because I don't like to be like this. So I'm trying. It's even, you know, I'm 30 years old, and I'm still trying to figure out a balance between everything in my life, all the variables. And the older I get, the more variables there are. More children, more stuff to take care of, more bills to pay. But that's life. So let me know what you guys got going on in your lives, and hopefully we can work through it together. But have yourselves excuse me, have yourselves a blank day, and make that blank what you want it to be, and try to stick to it. Set your mindset to something that works for you. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. This is Relyks signing out. Peace.